am a damn Alabama fan and proud of it. Gump Nation forever, brother.
Namath again faking, quickly finds his target.
He's at the 40-yard line. He's at the 30.
Quick drop throws in the end zone.
Each number represents an expectation, a challenge that only a championship tradition can issue.
Pressure. Anders hits him. The ball is loose.
Alabama, here comes the heat. Cornelius Bennett. Whoa, did he get lit up?
It is an endless passing of the torch that urges the wearer to enrich his legacy.
Brings pressure up the middle in a hurry. They can't get away from Dante. Alexander first down and more.
Richardson breaks free on the sideline. Turns it corner. Can you say goodbye?
Because at Alabama, tradition is not retired. It is built.
Does put a smile on my face.
Big up for it. Fires to the end zone.
Ups. Working out the bugs, guys. Working out the bugs. Yep. I'm trying to do some different things tonight. But welcome. Hey, it is time for Alabama football season to start up again. Guys, if you've got the link to the normal show, that's what's going to work tonight, I do believe. So try to get on through that process. And Restream has changed some things, so it has got me messed up just a little bit. But we will work through it. I'm hoping some guys will jump on and we'll talk some football. I know AT was on this morning, so it shouldn't be no problem. It didn't send a special link out. I really wanted the chat room to come on tonight, and let's talk some football. I mean, are you ready? Alabama Tide, try to come on with the regular link, okay? William, if you're out there, try using the regular link. I know I really wanted to do the chat room, but something has changed, and I'm going to have to get with Restream and find out what's going on here. It didn't bother anything this morning, but, you know, I really like our chat rooms. I really do. So we got to get with that and find out. From the second presser, I reckon. Okay. All right. 6-0. Roll Tide to you, brother. Roll Tide, Stephen Higgs. Always glad to see you. You know we are. Jeff Stapleton. Yeah, we are going to talk about this tonight, Jeff. We are going to talk about it. I'm just waiting to see if I can get some other people on here. I'm hoping that let's see here. Let's see if it'll work this time. I don't know if it will. And there it is. All right, guys, there is a password right there. If you want to come on the show, there you go. That's all you got to do is tap it, work it out, and come see us. Roll Tide, rise up. Good to see you, brother. Glad everybody's making it tonight. Let's see, what was it? I can't wait to see Bama kicking and taking names. Oh, I got to do something right here real quick. There we go. Put up the MA. Don't tell me there won't be no language tonight. Kicking ass and taking names, and Milrow shutting doubters up. All right. If you want to be on the show, there's the link, and see who comes on here in just a few minutes. But I'm going to tell you what, guys, this is going to be a new season. I cannot wait for this. I have been looking forward to this. It's going to be a new era in Alabama football. What do you think about all this, guys? Is there any really concerns that you might have? What are your opinions? I want to know. I want to know how you feel about all this. All right. So now I got me one guy on. Let's see. I like it. Really? You know, we need to talk about that 6-0. I'm glad you bring it up. So anyways, let me do this real quick and bring on another gentleman. So here we go.
Where it doesn't just roll out great players. He and his staff develop them. It's all about the process.
Hey T, how are you
Hey,
doing?
hey, I'm doing good. You?
I'm doing just fine. Doing just fine. Can't wait for this football season to start up. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, it's getting closer every day, man. You can tell it that people starting to get excited.
Well, that's what I'm a little bit concerned about. There's not a lot of talk and seems like exuberance like we usually have the enthusiasm. And I'm wondering, is that because Nick Saban left or is it because of the unknowns with Kevin DeBoer?
You're probably right on both counts. Probably Saban and him both, but I'd imagine Saban not being there would be the first one because as good as DeBoer's been everywhere he's been, we don't know how good he's going to be here at Alabama. We hope he's going to be as good as we think he is, but it's that doubt that's creeping in everybody's mind. You know,
Well,
you had the news for a while, so we got to wait and see.
yep. Is there any concern so far that you've got? Where is this at? Yeah, I think I just showed it a while ago, but I'm gonna show it again. Sports media not even ranking Alabama's defense anywhere this year. Does that have you got any concerns there?
No, excuse me. No, it's they're gonna run. Of course, everybody knows it's a swarm defense. They're bringing with them at 3-3-5. I think the other day I said 4-2-5. I don't know why I did that, but at 3-3-5 is going to be using a lot more athletic skill rather than sitting back and trying to read and react. It's going to be attack, attack, attack. So I think at the first of the year, our offense might have to do a little bit more just because that's his side of the ball. You know, DeBoer's side of the ball a little bit better. So, but I look for us to. I mean, flat roll over people 40 something. Of course, the first two games are just practice games. You know, Western Kentucky and US South Florida. They should be just
Mhm.
rollover games, and then until we get to Wisconsin, by then we should have all the incidental stuff that you wouldn't expecting to happen out of the way, and we should be fine. I really expect our defense to be good.
Okay. Well, I feel like this. I'm kind of like on the soft side of it. Um, I really haven't watched Kevin DeBoer and his offense. I hear great things. We're going to have a lot of names that we really haven't heard a lot about that's going to be coming in here, taking over because we had a lot of transfers and people going here and there. So we're not going to have quote those regular household names, and I'm sure some the rotations is this kind of stuff is all new to us. It's not going to be like by this time of year. We've already heard about half or more than half of the players that's going to be in the first lineup. So I'm a little bit concerned. Uh, it is the first season. The terminology is going to be different. How well they say the players are doing pretty well. I don't doubt that. But I'm just kind of wondering. I mean, I'm kind of like in that middle ground. Just how good are we really going to be? I think the first really, really good test is going to be against Wisconsin. 6-0 said something about it, so I happened to try to look up Wisconsin. They're going to be a challenge. They're going to be a challenge, and that's going to be a good measuring stick before we end up going to play Georgia. I think is Georgia not the fourth game?
Yes, sir. After we play Wisconsin and we play Georgia, we play at Tuscaloosa, so that'll give us a little bit of a break-in date, to get our defense sort of lined up before we hit some big school like LSU or Tennessee or Georgia. We get to be at home against a big challenge. I'm not sure about how good Wisconsin's going to be, but we all know Georgia's going to be good. So that'll be a good test to find out where we really are on both sides of the ball, not just on offense. I mean, not just on defense. Excuse me.
I really am curious about the Georgia game because we all know what kind of defense they're going to have, but how's our offense going to measure up to that defense? I know DeBoer done good last year when they played Texas. I know they beat them. Rise up if you want to come on, bud. Just come right on. I think it's a regular sign up, and if you do, I'll go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and paste it again, anyways, just in case anybody else wants to come on. He wouldn't let me do a pre deal. So, anyways, there we go. What was we saying?
We're just talking about Georgia and
Okay, yeah,
talking
Georgia. 9.5 favorite Bama, the Wisconsin game. It's going to be a game, though. It's going to be at least something that's going to challenge the offense, I'm sure. But Georgia's defense, that's going to be tough. And I know it's only the fourth game, and I'm kind of glad of it. At least they're not what I call tuned in yet either. So I feel like we have a very good chance of beating Georgia this year again. And Everything's just curious. Everything is just up in the air. We really don't know, and we wear our crimson glasses around here. We
That's right.
want Alabama to win every freaking game by 50, 60 points. But of course, it doesn't happen. But I'm just kind of curious about what this defense is going to do. I've never, is it going to be good enough? Is Kane Womack going to be good enough to pull it off in the SEC this year? Yeah. I don't know. Is he over what he had problems with last year? I happened to watch a show and was reading the comments. And some people think, and it's sad, it's really sad, that they think with Milroe that there's no way we can win the championship. And some people had the same concerns and seen the same stuff I seen. I mean, I'm not going to be bashful about it. His decision making and stuff like that, the short passes. It seemed like his strong arm and his legs was what got him pulled out last year, which he's always going to have that. So I'm wondering if they have really gotten in there and tapped his skills, because a man who can throw a football that way has got more skills to show. And it's so hard on Milroe. He's had, 3 coaches over him now?
Yeah, he's had 3 different offensive coordinators, and it's hard to keep, if you're a teenage kid, imagine trying to go through 3 total different ideologies and try to be as good as he was last year. His passing was inconsistent. We all know that. Of course, the center snap didn't happen when you're worried about where the ball's going to be. You're trying to watch where the ball is instead of watching the defensive pre-snap, so you couldn't get your pre-snaps as good as you wanted. And then, of course, he dealing with that kid that come down here from Notre Dame and Reese. Reese wanted his quarterback. And I don't think he was giving the kid a full shake because he wanted his he wanted his quarterback in there. And I think that's what we saw against South Florida. Everybody kept saying this about him, so finally they took Jalen out and put I can't remember that kid's name that come down here from Notre Dame. He's back up there.
Tyler Buckner.
Tyler Buckner. We thought he might be good, and he wound up being a water boy. But he wanted Tyler Buckner in there, and I don't think Reese gave Jalen a real good ability, a good chance to do as good as he should have. This year he's got a coach that wants him to be all-world, all-American, and the kid will be. Of course, he still got to what was he, 5th last year in the Heisman voting? He didn't get called up there, but this year he will be up there. I'm going to tell you, if anybody got anything bad to say about him, he definitely going to have a Heisman-type year, and he might not win it just because he's at Alabama. And if we win the national championship, they sure ain't going to let him have it if they think we're going to win it.
I don't know about that now. I feel like the Georgia game will solidify Milroe, no doubt. And I'm like you. I think he's got a lot more talent to show. I feel like he really needs to get a little selfish. And what I mean by a little bit of selfish, if the play is not there, take off. The man's got the legs, use it. Don't worry about your sharing with a team, you know what I mean, and making your players around you better. That's the kind of stuff. This year we need to win the ball games. We don't need – he's a selfish kind of kid. You know what I mean? He'll try to stick out there and make a receiver or a running back look better and him not run. And I think he just needs to, get out there. I really do. All right. Hang on just a second. Guys, we got us another one popped in.
Hang on
just a minute. Let me get it lined up.
Let me get it lined up.
I want everybody to think here for a second. How much does this game mean to you? Because if it means something to you, you can't stand still. You understand? You play fast. You play strong. You go out there and dominate the guy you're playing against and make the damn win. That's our trademark. That's our MO as a team. That's what people know us as.
Hey, roll tide, William. Did you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Over. Yes, sir.
Roll tide, brother.
All righty, roll tide, man.
I'm getting feedback.
I'm getting feedback.
Uh-oh, that ain't no good. I don't know what that's about. Let me see if I got my phone on. That shouldn't be.
See,
it ain't on. I don't know.
Well, I tell you what. Everything I say is real smart, so we'll talk about it twice.
Okay. Talk about her twice, 3 times or 4 times. What do you need to do? Get her done.
All right.
I'm still getting
feedback.
I don't know what. I don't know. Am I too
Uh,
close? Do I need to turn it down a little?
yeah, turn down the microphone.
Yeah, turn down the microphone.
Let me turn it down and find that on this thing here. I don't know where it's at on here.
It's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah,
That's it right there. Is that
It's
better?
coming off here.
Is that better?
No, still back feed.
All right.
Are you on?
Let me come.
Are you on the phone?
No, I'm not on the phone. I'm on the computer.
Okay.
See if your phone set to Bluetooth.
What? My phone?
Your cell phone.
What's
if
that
it's set to
got to do?
Bluetooth phone, it might feed back off the Bluetooth.
Okay. I'm glad y'all smart with that stuff because I ain't. Let me see how to do that then. Let me get in the settings, I guess.
I
Yeah.
bust that AT enough for you to know something.
I always make sure my Bluetooth, I check my Bluetooth and I make sure I got everything. I'm double checking now.
I ain't got no Bluetooth right there. That's white, I think. Might be a little yellow. I don't know. I ain't brushed my teeth today.
All right, can we still hear it? Yep, we still got back feed.
Yeah, I ain't got it to that point yet. Hang on a minute. Let's see what I can do. That wouldn't be in network. Right there it is. Hang on a minute. There it is. Let me see. Bluetooth. Connected. I'm not. So let's see.
You're on your computer, like I say, it could cause a feedback off your Bluetooth on your cell phone.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and mute you, and when you get it fixed, just give me one finger, and we'll bring you back on.
Watch out with one finger. Make sure you let him know which finger.
I don't care. I got TVMA up.
Okay.
I just got to mute it till he gets it figured out.
Yeah, I got you. But they're talking about on the offensive line this year that Jaden Roberts got hurt a little bit the other day, and they think he's going to be fine. You know, they just sort of held him back to make sure that he wasn't going to be bad. And Wilkin-Formey and Pritchett are fighting out right tackle right now. And I think Wilkin-Formey is a better pro pocket pass or pro. He played better pro. Pritchett was our left tackle. Elijah, he's a real good ball player. And then Caden Proctor come back in better shape than he was when he left, I guess. And so as soon as he got there, he just about took over the left tackle from the get-go. So that put Pritchett back over to
Steele?
Back over to right tackle. And when he did,
I'll do it different.
looking for me and him are fighting it out big time.
Okay. I feel like, let's see, Rise Up says we have a true offensive. Okay, there we go. Mastermind as a head coach and the OC. What the world's going on there? Why am I back feeding? They will fine tune it. That's what I'm hoping for. Another thing, he's going to have a different center this year. You know, I cannot imagine trying to play football having to worry about if that ball's going to come to my hands in the shotgun formation. That would just aggravate the far out of me.
You know,
but like he said,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. What'd you say?
No, I'm sorry. I just the kid McLaughlin went up there at Ohio State, and he's doing it up there too. He's snapping and crazy up there too. So hey, I'm glad they got him.
I don't think Ohio State's going to put up with it like we did. I really don't.
No.
I think we got better centers down here now that can take care of that. But I really like this mastermind, and that's what everybody's saying. DeBoer is a mastermind on offense. The question is, and we've always played good defense down here in Alabama.
Yep.
So I'm wondering how good the defense is actually going to be. That's what I'm wondering about. Bobby Sprinkle. Yeah, that's what I try to tell people. 2 devices at the same time does not work. Let's see. Sab will be on the first 2. Now, Sab is the one that come from Michigan, is he not, Jeff?
What'd you ask?
On the defense.
Saab, yeah, SAAB. Yeah, he come out of Michigan.
Yeah, I think he was a safety.
Yes, sir. He sure was.
So I'm hoping that the defense. I mean, I'm hearing good things about our players. You know, I'm just hoping Womack, if he can stay with, what's his name, Kirby Smart. Go ahead, William. Hey, we ain't getting feedback now, William.
I guess we got to do it this way then.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. No problem at all.
Right.
You actually, your camera looks better.
Oh, really?
You're back on your cell phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, I guess.
Yep. Let me cut you up just a little bit. So, there we go. Give you about a little 10%. That's because I don't like you.
Yeah, I know.
Every time I'm kidding, guys.
I know.
I'm kidding, guys.
It's all fun.
That's all it is. Yeah. Okay, William, now that we got you on here, we were talking about the quarterback, and do you have any concerns this year about how we're going to play? Who's our coaching? Right now, of course, we're on Milroe. We know he's going to be the quarterback. There ain't nobody better than Milroe. I don't care what anybody says. But there are people out there that's doubting him. Like I said, I seen something where earlier, unless we put Ty Simpson in there, we won't win the championship and all this kind of crap. I think Milroe's going to be able to pull it off and do great this year. If they work with him short and they build the offense around him and tell him, hey, if it's not there, take off, he's going to be one hell of a quarterback this year.
I believe we got the coach to do it, to help develop him more. So, and I believe he's going to do good this time. So, yeah. And it's not necessarily just him; it's the guys that surround him that he had too. And I think that's all going to be fixed this year too, and it's all going to be great, man. Looking forward.
Yeah, you got any concerns about the defense?
Nah. Not really. We haven't seen them play yet. I don't know. People say that 5-4-2 or whatever, however it is, that's not played much in the SEC, and they're right. But we did see that in the Georgia Tennessee game. So Tennessee ran that option, I believe. So whenever they played last year or whenever it was, but it's a different style, and I don't know if Georgia figured it out or what, but that was pretty much a massacre. But CS playing in the rain too, down in Athens too. So I don't know if that had an effect on it. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, I got a question for both of you guys in the chat room. This is it called the 3-4-5 or is it what's it called now?
3-3-5.
3-3-5. Now, in that kind of type of formation, is there anything that we could do to mix in different types of defenses?
Well, a lot of times your what you call your wolf position is he can move around a little bit and make it look like it's a little bit different defense. The main thing being is that you're gonna be a little bit bigger at the wolf than you was before, but your wolf is your new position you got this year that we're used to as far as goes. It's what I guess what you would say it would be your true rusher, like we got the edge rusher we had. Now you get with the wolf, you got him out there. He's the star pass rusher. He'd be your main dude, but it's this year, in other words, it's going to be Quay Robinson, or however you say his name, Q Robinson or Quay, and then Keanu Colt, and then Quay Rose. I just want to get Quay Russo being there. So them are your three guys pretty much going to be your wolf, and it's more of a linebacker position, not a defensive lineman. They're all a little bit bigger. They contain the run and the edge off the excuse me. They contain the edge against the run. But that's going to be your big boy, your bad boy, like we've been having come up with, blitzing and stuff like that. Most of you blitzing this year come from what would be considered your inside linebackers, your Mike, and your what we used to call the Selmas. Now they call it the Sting. I've been trying to read this, guys, before we come on, trying to make sure I got the names right on here. But the defense is going to be more fly by wire. They're not going to sit back and try to read. They're going to put pressure. They're going to bring more blitz, more stunts, and they're going to make the offensive line make decisions. Okay, do I take this guy or that guy? And while he's thinking that, here comes another guy by him, and it's 3rd and 8 instead of 2nd and 2.
Okay.
Well, they're saying,
go ahead, William.
They're saying in the chat it's 4-2-5, and is 4 going to be on the line or is 5 going to be on the line?
I think it's 4 on the line, two backing, 5 corners. If that's what I'm taking it as.
Okay.
Well, you can make it a 4-2 according to where you want that third guy line up instead of a 3-3. He can back up to be a 4-2. I mean, move up to be a 4-2-5, but technically it's a 3-3-5. But I mean, it's just your one guy who's moving up on the line or moving back off the line, and that's really all it is. You're not really changing out personnel because that guy's going to be on the field. He can move up, and that's what I mean by he can move up and make it like a 4-2. Now your offensive line's calling, right, Rigby right or lefty Louis to switch which way they need to go, and then he backs back up, and then they don't know if he's going to be there or not there. It sort of creates a pressure point out there on the edge for him. And again, it can be the 3-3 or the 4-2-5. I mean, it's just according to that guy walks up or don't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, Rise Up said that Alabama switched to that defense when we played Georgia in the SEC game. Seemed like that worked out pretty well for us. That's what I was saying. Do what?
Sound like we had it figured out then.
Well, yeah, seemed like it to me. And that was against Carson Beck. So I'm a defensive kind of guy. I really love to watch a good defense, but it seems like to me they have just hand tied the defense so much there's no more slobber knocking football out there. So now it's all strategies running up and stuff like that. I sat there and watched Godfather put in a video on Facebook where Reggie Ragland hit that player, and I mean that was a mean lick, and he done it the right way. You don't see much of that going on anymore, So now we're having to depend on speed, and I understand speed, but sometimes I just miss somebody about losing their helmet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. When you take physicality out of football, they're playing badminton.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I miss that. They need to kind of lighten up on them and turn them loose a little bit more. And then you're going to have some football games, I don't want to just a track meet.
I believe last year, wasn't it that game when we played Chattanooga that we hit that guy there and his helmet flew off or something?
Yeah.
Somewhat. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's. I mean, if they ain't got them tied down straight, I mean, they're gonna fly off, I guess. But
and that right hit underneath too. That'll take him off. But you got to watch the crown of the helmet. Now, guys, I get it. We're not gonna get into the rules of the football game, but it just seems like they take a defense out. Everybody wants that high fly run and gun. But anyways, all right. But yeah, I think Milroe's going to do all right this year. I really do. Of course, we always want our quarterback, whoever it is, to win the Heisman, but sometimes that just don't happen. We want to win ball games this year. We want to win ball games. So I will move on. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I seen Jeff said something about the linebacker while I go on. Jeff, yeah, I see what you're saying, but the guys we're going to have in the middle of this year is going to be Devontae Austin and Jahai Campbell, and we both know that them two will knock you in the dirt and laugh at you and trying to walk off. So with the middle linebackers are going to be very, very, very good this year, and we got backups behind them with Christian Robinson and the outside linebacker, stuff like that they're going to be able to absolutely just play with their hair on fire. And I think you're going to be happy because here's the thing. if you lose a game and you beat yourself, you get mad. But if you're going with wide open with your hair on fire and you're going back and you're causing all kind of mistakes for the other team in the backfield, that's what you want. That's what you need. And that's when everybody jumps up at home and they throw food across the table and they're like, yeah, did you see that? And so, hey, we're going to be good, guys. I mean, I know we're all worried about the new coaching situation again, the new defense, and everything's new and everything's going to be excited, and can't wait to see how good they're going to be. And offense, I'm telling you, when you take everybody out of that backfield and you spread them out, that defense has got to get out there and cover these guys. When they get out there and they look up, they see number 4 standing there and he looks hash marks. If I'm the coach, I'm going to go, I'm getting out of there. I mean, I don't want to, because that dude, if he goes 1-2, I'm gone, 1-2, I'm gone, he's going to have 300 yards rushing in the first half against Western Kentucky.
Yeah, but I don't want to compare what success that Melrose has with these lesser-known teams, Western Kentucky's and all. I will compare him in the Wisconsin because that's going to be his first real challenge, I feel like. And, of course,
Yes, sir.
Georgia, that's going to be telling us what kind of season he has. Now, guys, Chris, you're right, buddy. I think that was the play that I was referring to. I'm not sure, but oh, dude, that was one hell of a hit. Anyways, where was we
He's a
going?
new guy, ain't he? Chris
Camp?
Camp. Glad to have you there, baby.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen him in a chat room, but I believe I've seen him when he joined in, when he subscribed. Anyways, yeah, I would be worried myself when old number 4 starts running down the middle or whatever he does. And that's what I'm getting at. If the play's not there, don't extend it too long. Don't put too much on your offensive line. The offensive line, we need them to block, of course, but I feel like their strength needs to be saved for when we do running plays, and we'll get into that next year in just a few minutes. Let's see here. He just needs to, if you don't see something, or it's going to take, I know plays take long or take a little bit to develop, but in the SEC, you ain't got that much time. I feel like Milroe needs, if nothing else, start running that football, give people in fear that he's going to run. That'll tighten up their linebackers and some of the corners in case he takes off, and that's going to open up our wide receivers. And the ones that we have now, they're going to fly. I mean, they are going to fly. And I feel like that's the best way to really loosen him up and to show his talents where he doesn't have to worry and lean on any short passes and such. Now, I mean, that's just my opinion, but that's what I kind of like to see him do this year.
And I'm thinking, is the guy's name, guys, say down in the chat line, tell Icebox 60 when y'all, is his name, it ain't Ryan Williams. What's that wide receiver we got that's supposed to be so good this year at true freshman, supposed to be bad? I'm losing my mind here trying to remember his name.
Ryan Williams.
Somebody, who?
No, I think it's Ryan Williams. The lineup so far that we think is going to be the lineup this year is Kobe Prentice, Kenneth Law. I think it's Caleb. What is his name? That guy, Odom.
Caleb Odom.
Yep. And from what I heard, Emmanuel Henderson has been talked well about too. So there's your fourth. And I would not worry about how many wide receivers, but that's what's looking like so far. We don't know. But in any case, we've got some good receivers coming in. But now Ryan Williams might be used sparingly.
No, they say he's and I mean, of course, they, whoever they are, everybody's got their comparisons, but
sure,
I've been hearing a lot of Devontae Smith and a lot of I can't remember the kid. I'm so bad with names now. It might have been Jerry Judy, but it's two of our best wide receivers. Oh, no, it wasn't J-Mo. But anyway, this kid is supposed to be off the hook. And so, again, you spread out this defense, and them linebackers are worried about the quarterback taking off up the middle, so they're cheating inside a little bit more. And that linebacker, he don't get deep enough, and he hits Ryan Williams right over the middle. It's Katie bar the door. It's a boat race every time they throw the ball. And I'm telling you guys, y'all have not seen if you go back to Washington, you'll see what I'm talking about. They spread out the entire field about like what Tennessee did, except they do it a little bit better, a little bit different way. And I mean, you got to cover the whole field. And now you got a quarterback back there that's one of the fastest guys in the country. You got Ryan Williams, the fastest guys in the country. Caleb Owens has got a catch radius like Randy Moss had for the Vikings. This dude is going to be unbelievable by the time Caleb Owens leaves. Ooh, Icebox, I'm glad I ain't on some other team's fan list. I am so proud to be an Alabama fan. Lord of mercy.
All right, we're going to switch up, go over to William for just a minute, but I'm going to
Sorry,
Jeff
William.
Stapleton's got – no, you're fine. Jeff Stapleton's got this right. Look out for C.J. Dupree. Not only C.J. Dupree, but look out for some of the others because I think they start using the tight ends a little bit better in this particular offense. Justin Sutherland, I'm glad to see you, bud. I hope everything's doing well with you. We've been thinking about you. I hope everything's all right at home. If you decide you want to come on the show, let me know, and I'll put up a link. But anyways, we're glad to see you, brother. We really are.
I heard that Henderson guy's a dog too, man.
I have too.
Man, he's good.
So there what do you think about I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna turn it over to the running backs for a change. And I know y'all both got some opinions on this. Give me a minute. I gotta go get something to drink. So you guys have at it. What do you think about, and I would like to hear some more out of the chat room on these running backs, because I think we've got Justice Haynes, Jam Miller. Who are some of the other ones? I know we don't talk much about them, so it's kind of hard to keep
Young.
Yep, Richard. Oh, I want to see Richard Young. I really do. He might be a short distance guy, but he's a beast. Daniel Hill.
Their name Justice.
So
Daniel Hill.
Yep. So if you don't mind,
there's another kid. Go ahead.
No, go ahead and talk about the running backs, both of y'all. I will be back in about 2 or 3 minutes, so you guys have at it, and I'll be right back. Okay.
All right, Mr. William, I'll let you, if you got something you want to say about it, I'll let you get on with it first, and we'll just keep on talking till the gray-headed dude comes back.
Who we got? Ryan Williams is one of them, right?
He's one of the wide receivers. He's an incoming freshman. That dude is supposed to be out of this world. But the running backs, I think they're talking about right now, it was Justice Haynes and Jamarian Miller. Yeah. But I've been hearing also about Richard Young, and of course they just got through telling you about I forgot the other kid's name right off the top of my head. Y'all guys in the chat room, y'all probably remember better than I do. But yeah, Justice Haynes and Jamarian Miller, William.
Justice Haynes, I believe, if I'm right about that, I don't know, but both of them are probably, what are they, juniors this year?
Either red shirt, I think they're sophomores. They might be red shirt sophomores. They're not positive.
Yeah. Well, that'd be good. We'll have them for another time anyway. So yeah. I'm anxious for the football season to start up, which is not too long, folks. And then I'm just anxious to let them get out there on the field there, and running backs. They're behind the quarterback, right?
Running backs, yes, sir.
Yeah,
they can be behind him, beside him, wherever you want to line them up nowadays.
Yeah, and just see their speed there, and see them, get on past the down blockers and shit, and get on down the field and make that touchdown. That's what it's all about, man. Get it done.
Yeah, I tell you what, a lot of people, and I'm sure enough one of them, are excited about the wide receiver room. But the running back room is going to be just as important, because you got to be able to run the ball in the SEC. We both know that. If you don't run the ball in the SEC, you're going to be in some serious trouble. I mean, you could throw for a while, but they're going to find out you can't run the ball. When they find out you ain't going to run the ball, William, that's when they're going to shut you down, and then you're going to really have trouble trying to throw the ball. So, but we got some running backs that's going to be out of this world. And of course, we got another one that might be committing to us here in a couple of days at AK Deer out of Ole Miss. What do you think about AK Deer? Have you been hearing anything about him from, recruiting wise?
I haven't heard much about him.
They've been he had committed to Ole Miss, and I'm sorry I got off point a bit about the running backs here, but he had committed to Ole Miss, and now they're he decommitted from Ole Miss, and they're pretty sure here in the next couple of days when he does commit, I think that he's going to commit to Alabama. And that AK Deer is going to add just to the rich getting even richer. I mean, buddy, we're going from gold to platinum. We're not dropping back. We're not losing a step. But with Justice Haynes, Jamarian Miller, Richard Young, and nobody said anything in the chat room. I was hoping somebody said something in the chat room about the other receiver, running back. I cannot remember that kid's
Cole Adams.
name. That was
Cole Adams. Is that the other one?
Receiver.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Now, I ain't gonna be able to think of his name. I'm just happy that this year we've pretty much gotten through the startup of the season with, relatively healthy, and we ain't really lost any main guys. We had a couple of knock-ups here and there and a couple of bruises there, but pretty much we've been healthy. We ain't lost anybody. Jaden Roberts, like I said, he got a little hurt, but he's gonna be fine. So we ain't gotta worry about that too much. But I'll tell you what, that offensive line is gonna be unreal this year. Of course, Caden Proctor, when he comes back, he's gonna be out there at left tackle. And they're going to be running behind him. And then they got Brailsford, that transfer from Washington. He's the number one center in the country, according to all the accounts I've seen. But William, you think we're going to be better running the ball this year or throwing the ball? Let me ask you that.
I think we're talented on both sides, ain't we? Yeah.
Yeah, we're dead talented running back and wide receiver. Ain't no doubt about it. I just figure with the new coach coming in, that's his side. If we're going to run or throw the ball better.
I'm hoping we can see more rotation too. To have fresher players out there. Too.
There you go. Hey, that's very important. You're right about that. That's a good thought. That's what you want to do. You're right. You put them in there when the game's still in doubt a little bit, and get them in there when it really counts. If you get them in there and they learn when the pressure's on, that's when they turn from stone into a diamond. And I mean, we got all kind of diamonds, William. Right and left. You look at our offensive line. I think by the time what we got this year will all graduate, 4 of them will be at least drafted in the 3rd round or better.
Guys, we forgot a name in the wide receivers. And I hope I say his name right. Is it Jermaine Burton?
Oh, but yeah, that kid that transferred out of Washington. Yes, sir. Bernard.
Yeah, he wanted to stay with the coach. I can't remember his name, but I think it is a Burton. And it was so hard because we had one last year. And you get my point. And like Rizup said, we really don't have any household names outside of Milroe. And Justice Haynes, and we'll get back onto that subject here in just a minute. But these new guys that are coming in, it's kind of like we're all in limbo of what's going on and who's doing what until we get to that 4th game. And after that 4th game, we'll have our household names, who to watch, that kind of deal. Now on to Justice Haynes and Jam Miller. I happen to agree with Mr. Todd Colburn here. The best running backs in the country. I am so anxious to see these running backs do really good. Justice Haynes, Jam Miller, I don't think you're going to find a better pair in the SEC or in the nation for that matter. And you follow them up with Richard Young trying to go for short yardage and Daniel Hill. He can be electrifying too, but all eyes are going to be on Jam Miller and Justice Haynes. We called him Sweet Feet last year, and he does. He's got some feet that's just unreal. Oh, but anyways,
I'm sorry. They was talking about, like I said, I've been trying to catch up on some of these guys. They was talking about it was now, when I say they, I think it was on 3 maybe. I'm not sure, but they was talking about Richard Young and said that a lot of people ain't been talking much about him, but it said he's going to make it real hard for them to take him out of the game. But you're right with Jamarian and Jam and Justice. Man, we're going to jam Justice up somebody's ass.
Well, I have to
funny. Go ahead.
I have to agree with you. What are we going to be? Are we going to be a balanced team this year with running and throwing? Or are we going to lean more heavily on throwing? With Milroe, his running abilities, I know he wants the running backs to have the starlight. You know what I mean? I know he does. But there's sometimes he just needs to take off. And anyways, we'll see. Question mark everything. Glad you come in. Guess what? I got the MA tonight. Motherfucker Jones. He is on here. Glad to see him back. Yeah, I always dodge him, but now I'm going to for tonight. This is the first episode we get the MA on, so we're glad to see. I don't tell Mr. Jones.
You got $5,000?
I like what Jeff Stephen said.
Let's see.
DeBoer's not failing. I agree with you. Everywhere DeBoer's been, he's been a big time winner, guys. And I tell you, I can't wait.
Well, this year I think. Go ahead, William.
Well, I got a topic whenever y'all get done. If you need something to talk on, I got something good for us.
Well, that's what we're here for tonight is just talk about our team and what expectations we're going to have and that kind of stuff. So yeah, any subject is wide open. Yep, go ahead, go with it, William.
Well, I got to looking at the schedule this afternoon, and I looked and seen we've got 5 away games. Do you see any problems with any of those away games that we may have a problem with? You know, of course, we got Wisconsin. We got to go to Badger, which we beat them fuckers before. We've got Tennessee. I know 3 right off. There's Tennessee, which I don't see no problem with. You know, if we can get some damn decent goddamn motherfucking son bitches down fucking referees that actually referee it instead of damn be for the other damn opposing team, you know, for us.
Hey, don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel, William.
Okay, and then we got Oklahoma there toward the end there. I forgot who the other 2 are, but do y'all see any problem with any of those that I mentioned or the other 2?
Yeah, Tennessee and LSU.
Yeah, we got what is it, LSU and it seems like somebody else, but it's LSU, somebody, Oklahoma, and Auburn. We finished with 3 of our toughest games, if you ask me, at the end of the year. 3 of the last 4 games.
But Auburn's going to be here.
Yeah, Auburn's coming to the capstone.
Yep. See, I like this.
We're playing Oklahoma and Auburn back to back.
Yeah. When doubting Milroe, see what he done with LSU. And here's the thing: we're going to LSU this year. You know it's going to be a tough game. Auburn's coming to us. I think we'll be just fine there. This is not the Chicken Bone Stadium.
There you go. That voodoo that you do on the voodoo.
Yep. So, William, are you worried about the schedule? What do you think about it?
Oh, no. I'm just saying, you know, that. Well, I read somewhere that there's some people that, well, I think there's one guy anyway, thinks that Oklahoma will give us problems up there in Norman. I don't see no problem with it myself, but, you know, we beat them before. Hell, we beat them more than what fucking Georgia did in the damn playoffs, you know. They only beat them by 3 in overtime. I don't think it's going to take us overtime to beat them. Shit. No worries.
Well, what do y'all think about the scheduling this year? How everybody, including Georgia, finally gets a tough schedule?
Welcome to SEC, Georgia. You finally got a grown-up schedule.
Ain't no more little Debbie's coming to down Athens no more.
Yeah, they gonna quit buying little Debbie's because they sure ain't gonna get them cupcakes every damn week.
Well, I like it. I do. I like it. We still, guys, we're always used to a tough schedule, anyways. But I think it's a fine schedule this year. Starting off with Wisconsin, yeah, we're gonna have a couple tune-up games. Western Kentucky? Who's the second team we play?
South Florida.
Florida. It ain't gonna be the South Florida like we did last year. It's not going to be that result.
That's at home. Too. Yeah. So we'll have home advantage that time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were asking how we went to South Florida last year, guys, and I said it. And I said where all them Miami, Florida kids are, and that's why we went down. Otherwise, we would not waste our time going down there. And damn if we sure didn't go down there and have a hard game with it. But it's called recruiting. Go ahead, Mr. Icebox.
Oh, y'all fine. Y'all are fine. Wayne, what do you think about all this scheduling this year? And I'm gonna ask y'all the 12-team playoff this year. What do you think about that?
Oh, we've already had a. We've always had a tough schedule.
Go ahead, William.
We've always had a tougher schedule than fucking Georgia did anyway. It's been our norm to have that shit. You know, we got more. Well, I think we've got more out of conference than we usually have, and which I don't see any problem with it. They're not cupcakes, that's for damn sure. I mean, Oklahoma was always a pretty fair team. You know, we don't have Texas again, but that's all right with me. I'd play them again. You know, we got who else we got? Wisconsin. Like I say, we've already beat them, so that ain't no big deal. So I don't see no problem going back up to Badger there and whooping that goddamn ass again.
Well, I don't know, and I understand why 6-0 is a little bit concerned about this. They did get a transfer. I looked it up just for 6-0. They got the transfer. I think his name is Tyler Van Dyke, and from what I understand, he's a fine quarterback. So I could understand why 6-0 was questioning that. For the simple reason, you get a fine quarterback up there. They usually are a decent team. Now, if you overlook Wisconsin, you liable to get hurt ass after this.
I don't think they're in the same right now. I mean, they got a damn good coach. That coach up there, he's a good. But I just don't think they go stay with us. You know, but you're right. They got a good quarterback. Then they could stay with us for maybe a couple of quarters.
But the difference is Wisconsin is Big Ten, and Big Ten teams against Wisconsin has problems with them. We've never had a problem with them. Never had them.
No.
Every time that we've ever played them's been up there. Actually, you know that I remember. I think played them twice. You know, during Nick Saban's era, and then this guy here that we got. So I don't see no problem with it.
Now I have to go with the Oklahoma game. That's going to be tough. That's at their house, and if we ain't got our shit together by then, you know.
Well, we had LSU this year, Icebox.
No, they're coming. No, we're coming. Yeah, I'm sorry. We are at LSU.
Death Valley.
Yep, and we are at.
That's my toughest game.
Yep, and we are also at Tennessee this year, and I think that Tennessee may smell blood in the water because this year is a lot of unknowns for us. So if they got a chance to win, it's going to be this year. If they got a chance, because it is at their house, the unknowns. I mean, come on, guys. Tennessee's not no slouch at all. So
I got a hint for you.
Go ahead.
I already got my cigar ready to go.
Don't do that while I'm drinking.
We're gonna get her done, buddy. I got it.
Yeah, Ken doesn't want to hear that. Ken's our favorite Tennessee guy. Well, I don't know. Cage's
roll tide. Yeah.
Yep, roll tide. I see what. Let me put it up there. Yeah, I just want to leave that up there for a minute. I miss the Mississippi schools on the schedule. You know, it was always fun to play Mississippi State. I have to agree. You know, they're our lesser known, our lesser school when performance wise, but man, they always played some good football down there. I don't know how they do it, but they do. I guess they get all that beef up front, and so they'll try to run over you. But anyways, yeah, I'm kind of like with you, everything. I'm going to miss them a little bit, but I'm sure they will pop back up on our schedules.
I'll tell you what, though, one thing about this year, you said Ole Miss made me think about it, and y'all can remember the name. What was the name of that defensive back that went to Ole Miss? He left Alabama. Anybody out there remember? And I'm like, why am I going to go to Ole Miss just to go to Golden Dildo? Because he didn't come on now he's at Ole Miss, and he's going to do even worse because he don't have the talent there as much as he has here. So why would you – I can't think of that kid's name. He transferred here and played that 1 year, and he transferred out with when then he left. So, hey, bye. You know, I mean, you can. Everybody's saying Ole Miss is going to be this, that, and the other. You know, I mean, and Lane Kiffin's a good offensive coach, but it's Ole Miss. You're going to be an 8-4, 9-3 team. That's what you are. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, they're saying Ole Miss is really going to be good this year, and you can't never. And I'll say it anytime. You cannot overlook Lane Kiffin. He is a defensive or offensive mastermind. He really is.
Yeah, the reason why they say you can't overlook Ole Miss this year, we're not on their schedule. That's the only reason. If we was on their schedule and it's back last year's, they're 9-3. They might be 10-2 because we're not on the schedule. So yeah, you're right. They'll get I think they'll be 11th or 12th by the time the playoffs roll around. So that's one of my 12, and I'd put them right around maybe 10th or 11th.
Well, I tell you what, and I'm you know me, I don't care much about talking about other SEC teams, but Tennessee's not a national championship team this year. Yeah, they probably will make the playoffs. We don't know. We got to see what turns out. But next year, Tennessee, I have to agree. Next year especially. But I like that because y'all be playing here, not us there.
I'm sorry, Chris Kemp. Thank you, Trey Amos. Thank you. Go ahead. Pass box.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with the chat, so you guys keep on going.
Mr. Williams,
I might be going off a little bit on what I'm going to say on what we're saying, but I am this confident in this team right here. I am this confident that I got a guy that don't follow the rules where I work yet, but he gambles on college teams. I said, I mean, he wants me to go in with DraftKings, and I'm not a promoter of them. I do not get paid. I'm not a paid effort for that. But he's going to get 150, and I'm going to get 150. And I'm going to bet it all on Alabama to win it all. I'm that confident. 1,400 times 150 is some big buku of money. I'm thinking around 5,000 or so. Yes, sir. I'm that confident in my team right here to win it all.
How much you put on it
today? And it's like one of them betting places was like 1,200. That's good money too. You know.
How much are you gonna put on it?
I'm gonna put all of it.
1,400.
No. He with me coming in under his name, you know, he's gonna get 150 and I'm gonna get 150 to bet with.
Okay. So I got you now.
That's what I'm doing. So. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not a spokesman for them, and I'm not a paid advertiser for them. But I'm just saying that's what he is. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. All right. I just posted up the link. So anybody else that wants to join the conversation, you just come right on in here. We'll be glad to have you. And we'll talk some more football. All right. Now, we talked about the scheduling. We've talked AT, you was hitting on something I thought was pretty interesting while I was out there a while ago. The offensive line.
Yeah.
Yep. Who you think our center is going to be the one that transferred?
Yeah,
Parker?
It'll be at Brailsford kid. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, you're going to have the left my neck's killing me, guys. I'm sorry. Your left tackle is going to be like it was last year with Caden Proctor. Your left guard's going to be the same with Booker. Your center is going to be the best center in the league. So, hey, Mac, your ass Laughlin is gone. You got Brailsford, he's the best center. And then, of course, you got Jaden Roberts, Mr. Hulk. And right tackle, they're fighting it out between Wilkin Formby, fucking one of
Wilkin Formby.
The guy was so cracked up. Wilkin Formby is going to be fighting out with Elijah Pritchett, and what they're saying is they might actually get into the season with both of them starting 1-1A because they can't separate. But our offensive line is going to be outstanding, y'all. And I mean, we're going to be pass blocking a lot better this year than we were last year. But what you got? Go ahead.
William, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm anxious to see all these here that that hadn't been getting a chance to play. You said the Wilkins former speed is going to be playing this year.
Yeah, right tackle. He was him and Pritchett were fighting it out at right tackle.
Yeah. Hey, I'm okay with whichever one he decides to put in there. I mean, if he decides to switch them out, which I'm really looking for rotation this year. I really hope he's going to rotate players because everybody needs to show their talent, and I know that's the way coaches do. They usually pick the best one for the job, and I get that. I get it, but other guys, and that's to prevent them from wanting to leave, jump ship. Well, I'm not getting to play, so I'm going somewhere else. That's what I'm looking for all about is rotate them.
Mm-hmm.
And you got fresher men in different times. So I don't have a problem with that. But, I'm not coach, and that's it. So
I'm just curious to see how the plays are played out, what kind of combinations, what he's going to do. Is he going to adjust in different football games, run more this game and pass less, or what he's going to do? I mean, he's supposed to be a genius at this stuff, so we're fixing to find out whether we like it or not. Let's see.
I'll tell you something else. We're talking about offensive genius real quick, and I keep bringing this up. I can't make this stressed enough where the offense is. Guys, we've all heard tackle eligible, and he uses it. He used it at Washington more than once. He did use it. Can you imagine your left tackle, 6'7", 350 pounds, going out on a pass pattern? That tackle eligible. Would you want to tackle Jaden Proctor? I mean, you're looking at these guys going way downfield. All of a sudden, that tackle releases because he's tackle eligible, which he reports before the play. We all know he has to tell the ref, hey, I'm tackle eligible. The guy outside's off the line of scrimmage, so he has to do that. He does report it. And can you imagine all of a sudden you turn to throw the ball to that big dude? I mean, that's when, again, the defensive coordinator, I said, hell, I'm out of here. You didn't take 6 minutes. I'm not going to take a chance on being back for this game.
Well, see, now you brought his name up. That's one of them I'm concerned about, Caden Proctor. I told people last year, somebody asked me, said, what do you think Caden Proctor's problem is? And I went back and I looked at 1 or 2 films of him, and I told him, I said, it's his footwork. But it was like next work, Nick Saban said, people need to be working on their footwork. And he was one of them. And if he was to somebody rushing from the outside, he takes about a 3 to 6 inch longer back step to get back there in the backfield to block. When people come on the inside, he would shorten it about 3 inches or so. And he was off balance. He could be bulldogged, and that's one of his problems from last year. I'm hoping he's corrected that. I've heard he's lost some pounds, so maybe he's a little bit quicker too.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping.
The Iowa Hawkeyes that I talked to up here, well, really didn't like that Caden Proctor came back to Alabama. They really didn't. So
I don't blame them.
We'll see.
Well, we'll see how he does this year.
He's a big dude too, ain't he?
If you notice, though, we're carrying over questions from the last year's season over into this season. Yes, we've got a different head coach, so we're kind of curious of how he does things this year. I hate it. I really do. I still have questions about Milroe. I really have high expectations for him. I really do. I don't care. And I know William, Lonergan,
Yeah, he's Lonergan.
I'm hoping next year that Lonergan will be in the running against Ty Simpson or whoever else may be there. And I hope he shows out. I do. Ty Simpson, I don't know. I've heard some things, and I'm hoping they're not right. They're false. But if he is one of those, are they false?
Yeah, they was talking about, they said, not about it being false, but they said that he's really solidified himself as a number 2 quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Not he's pushing Jalen Milroe, but he's doing really, really good. So when next year when he leaves, they fully expect him to step up. But here's the thing. I'm with William. If Lonergan is in there and giving a shot like I think he is, Lonergan's going to push Simpson for it's all said and done. But yeah, Simpson ain't no trouble. Go ahead, Icebox.
Okay. No, you're right. You're just fine. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you guys we are going to be coming on every Saturday night after the games. I know there will be other shows that are on. I'll probably watch a few of them myself. But we are going to be coming on doing this. Exactly what we're doing tonight. It's called Let's Talk Football, late night with Icebox and all that kind of stuff. Be glad to have you guys come on here, show your reactions, show your come on here and whine and cry or yell and cheer. We don't care, And I know there's going to be a lot going on this year, so we hope y'all will come be with us this year. And also, we are starting up our Pick'em show again on Saturdays mornings. I believe it's 10 o'clock Central. Am I right, AT?
I believe
you
so.
Get dressed. But yeah, I think it's getting hot on you, huh?
No, I just want to show y'all something I got when I was down in Gulf Shores. I don't know if I can get it down there.
Deuce. You must believe in aliens.
I did this when my sister was alive. She loved alien UFO hunting, alien UFOs and stuff like that. As far as that was her thing, man. She loved the thought of UFOs. So when I was down there, I saw this. My sister passed away about 7, 8 years ago from lung cancer. And so when I saw this, I had to get it, So I did it for her. And like I said, this is strictly for my sister, Jackie Wilkerson. She passed away from lung cancer, guys, about 7, 8 years ago. And that's a horrible disease that I wish we could get rid of it, but we can't. I didn't mean to put a bad something like you said. The Mill Road was going to be the starter. I don't think either one of them push him this year. But you was talking about Simpson, and go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, actually, I was talking about the Pickup show.
I'm sorry. I went off and left field. Go ahead.
All right. Well, here's why I bring it up. All right, guys. Right now, as far as I know, and 60 can correct me if I'm wrong, we started out with $200. We're now up to $300. I actually think we might get another one, but I don't know who from. So it's possible. But right now, for sure, it is $300 prize at the end of the year. If you want to know how to play it, be with us. I'm not going to go through the whole spiel because I spent about an hour this morning explaining it. And go back and watch the show today of Pickup Show, and you will know what we're doing. Basically, all it is, we pick 3 teams. Alabama being number 1 team, and we will pick an SEC team and an outside the box. I'm working on getting us another guest panelist for that show. But the one to my far left over there, Mr. AT, is our champion from last year. Okay. He will be on the panel giving his picks. So there will be no surprise. And he will give his reasoning for why he picks. And we all do. So that's the man to beat over there on the left-hand side. Come and play with us. And I hope you have a good time. That's every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock Eastern. And we always had a good time. We had a tough running. Sorry, Jeff Stapleton. Tough running. Mr. Todd Coburn was right there with it. NSJ. The end of the games, I was close to AT myself there at the very end. So anyways, y'all come play with us. Enjoy it. We don't care if you are a Tennessee fan, Georgia fan, Mississippi fan. But, of course, this is an Alabama channel, so we're going to be playing favorites. But it's going to be great. I will try. I'm going to be on the road next Saturday for some different reasons. And so I'm going to try to do a show on the road. I may be driving. I don't know. I may get Spencer or somebody to kind of run it, go over the rules and stuff again. Yeah, let's get rich, AT. Get rich. He's saying that, but he's trying to set you up, AT. He's trying to set you up.
6-0, that's Mr. AT, buddy.
The champ.
The
Roll
champ.
Tide, Tommy Bryan. Roll Tide.
They stamped the champ, baby. Right here, guys, it says champ.
Justin, when you said that next weekend is on week 0, who's playing? because I know Alabama don't play till the 31st.
Right.
I want to know who's playing because I haven't had time to look into it.
Usually, usually you'll have that game in Atlanta.
Week 0.
Usually I might be wrong, but it seems like there's a week in Atlanta. I know we started one year down there against Virginia Tech and then one year against Clemson, but you might be right. That might not have been week 0.
This year, I don't know if week 0 starts at the 24th or it's the 31st. Yep. Jeff says it's, let me sit there. The first official start of college football is 8:31. That's what I thought. I will be on air. I know for sure, and everything as far as that goes. But anyway, let's get back to talk about Alabama football. Guys, have you got any more concerns or questions or praises for any of the topics that we had tonight?
Nope. You got me off. Cure. I wasn't ready for that question. And I know everybody thinks our offense is going to be, and I'm one of them, is going to be great, and they're not sure how defense is going to do because it's a whole new defense. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, with all these guys, they're not having to do Saban's defense, which is a lot more complicated. But once you figured it out, it was better. This is strictly going to be go get them. And we're going to get right off the bat. Don't forget, we got that Overton kid. He transferred out of Texas A&M. He's wreaking havoc down there right now. I mean, this dude is pushing everybody, and he's got them all out of sorts. And, I mean, he's a space eater that just absolutely is going to be giving people fits all year. So our defense will be fine at 3-3-5. And I know somebody said 4-2, but basically it's a 3-3-5. We're going to be wide open, so don't worry about that. The offense is going to average about 40 points or more a game. But, Mr. Icebox, go ahead, sir.
William?
I don't have no problem. I just ready to get this thing going on here. I'm on this shit, of course, But yeah, it's I mean, we I think somebody in the chat there said that we've ran it before. I think we didn't ran it in the SEC championship.
I think we ran it in the according from my memory, the Georgia game.
Yeah.
We ran that defense.
Yeah, SEC championship. So yeah, we've run it before and we didn't have a problem. Different coaches now, so but we'll see how it goes. And this guy here's got experience on that, so it might be even fucking better. So I'm looking for a great team this year. As I always say, because I'm Alabama all the fucking way. I don't care who you are. I don't give a piss about any other team. But so go ahead.
Okay. All right. I'm going to make an announcement. I say an announcement. We are trying here at Bam Dam Sports to come up with some way to send somebody from the chat rooms to an Alabama football game. We know everybody can't afford to do it. And there are some people we're sure that we would like to send down there. Now, we don't know if it's all going to be an all expense paid. We don't know. We just don't know. It is in the process. I believe Mr. Spencer will have more about it coming up. I don't know when he may come on and discuss it, but we are looking at it. And we're going to try to set up to where anybody that wants to can donate money into an account that Spencer is going to be trying to set up, and he will have a ledger to show what we bring in, and whoever ends up that wins that, I don't know if it's called a winning, that gets chosen to go. We're trying to find out if we can get tickets for them, gas, meals. If we get it all the way that we want to. We want it to be where it's all expense paid if we can, I'm sure, but we will do what we can, and we're excited about that. It's something that we've never tried. I don't know if anybody really has, and we have to, study into the legalities of it all and make sure that we do this right, just like we do on the Pickup Show. We try to do everything right, square, and fair, and so we're looking at that. So, guys, keep that in your mind. I don't know how they're going to determine who goes. That's going to be on these guys here and Spencer, Rise Up, and all them. It's going to be on them. I'm just there to support them. But I wanted to announce that that's what we have in mind. And guys, just stay with us on that, and we hope y'all participate. And we don't care. We don't care if it's $5, $10, whatever it takes to, what people can afford to help send somebody deserving to go watch an Alabama football game. Go ahead, AT.
I just want to make sure, remind you to tell everybody to vote on what we're going to do. If we're going to go all the way to the championship for these pick'ems, or if we're going to where we're going to cut the season off. I don't know if you brought that up yet or not, man. I know that's on your pick'em show, but when we're playing these games, you said we might go all the way to the championship game on the pick'em, and you asked everybody to vote.
Yeah, I asked everybody to vote. I haven't went back to look and see yet, but last year we cut it off at regular season, and then another game popped up, and it kind of went like almost to the championship game. And instead of doing that, I thought about just going all the way to the championship game and decide our winner after that. I think everybody would enjoy it more. Let's put it that way, because they had so much fun during the regular season. They wanted us to keep going, and I'd already said, and I don't like changing things up. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Ken.
Chris says his comments are getting deleted.
Yeah, I'm just now seeing that. I don't know why, Chris. I'll be honest with you.
It's the one. I see that now.
Yeah, hang on. Let's see here. I'll show one of your comments.
While you're doing that, 6-0, I see when you said Mr. AT, I appreciate that, man. Hey, let's just have fun with it. That's all that is for fun. But he did say Mr. AT, so you got to respect the man that shows respect to the champ.
Okay. Mr. Chris, I don't see him disappearing as far as the board is concerned. I just put 2 of yours up, and they're not going anywhere. They're being showed on the screen right now. So no, we're not deleting them. I try not, unless somebody just gets outright cantankerous. I don't do that.
It's his last comment before that.
Really?
That he made. That's why.
Huh. I don't see where. If it got erased, it wouldn't by me, Chris. To be honest with you.
Well, that showed up on my end, and it wasn't very nice. It wasn't very nice at all.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Well, who said it?
Chris Count did. He made a comment. Just below the one that he posted on that you're saying that you put up there about deletion. Jeff Stapleton made a statement underneath that, and then underneath that was Chris Count. That was very offensive. Very offensive.
Okay. I don't see it. Now I'm gonna tell you something. We are checked by YouTube, and I don't do anything of that. I've noticed they have taken off comments that I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's move on. Need to set up a way to donate in the chat. That's what we're trying to set up, Ken. That's what we're trying to set up. And like I said, we don't care if it's 5, 10, 20, whatever you can afford to do. We're doing this for somebody else in the chat room. Okay. Could probably do that in a live chat. You'll see. I'm gonna let Spencer set it up and explain it all, because he's the mastermind behind this, and I'm just behind him, supporting him. I'm here to do anything I can do to help make this happen. Hope you guys will help him out. So y'all would be looking for that. I don't know when he's gonna come back on. You know how he's working hard. He's got a project that he's got to get done within 2 months, but he comes in here as much as possible. Guys, I'm going to try to keep his Tuesday night shows going, even if it's just me on the channel for 15 minutes, just so you guys can stay in tune to come in here when he gets back. William and AT, I'm sure, will come on. We're going to do all we can do to keep that particular time slot open for you guys to come and enjoy talking some football with us. Okay.
Let me ask this and say this at the same time about to send a fan to their game. If the last game of this year that we're pick them, That's what I'm going to do, and nobody else got to do it. This is strictly me. I'm going to play the game, and if the last game that we have the pick'ems on is Alabama-Auburn game, the last week of the season, what I'd like I'd like to do is send a fan to if Alabama goes to a playoff game, which they will, then send that Alabama to that fan to that playoff game if we can, and then and if I win the pick 'em again this year, that's who I'm playing for. The money I get will go to that fan to go to the playoff game if we do it that way. If we don't, I'll pick something else to do that with or whatever. And I just want us to have fun with the pick'ems guys, and and make sure that we do this the right way. And like he's saying, try to set up a fund account where we can send fans, because guys, there's people out there that would love to get to go and they just don't have the capability or the ability to go. So don't forget that.
Yeah, but we're not trying to depend on that. That's why if we go to the national championship game, it will be done. You're talking about playoff game. You're talking about some major money right now. To be honest with you, and I'm gonna just tell you, like these guys, Western Kentucky and South Florida games, they're gonna probably be on the cheaper end of the spectrum right now. If Alabama keeps winning, and you beat Georgia and Wisconsin, prices are going to go up. There's no
Yeah,
doubt
you're
about
right.
it.
I didn't think about the cost. You're right. I'm sorry, Icebox. That's exactly what happened. I apologize.
Well, I'm just giving you the real world of it all. And if you're going to, guys, if you're going to buy tickets at all to the Alabama game, now's the time, because they're not going to get no cheaper. If Alabama starts winning, they're going up. And it can get really outrageous depending on our success in the team. Ken, we don't care. You can wear orange, but you probably come home bleeding crimson. You know what I'm saying?
You just look like a fool out there, only orange out there in Alabama.
It won't be hard to find, will he?
He'll be the one everybody's pointing at.
But I am only I would probably say I'm probably 7 hours away from Madison. And if I was to choose a game to go to, I'd probably go to that one.
Which one? The Tennessee game?
No.
Wisconsin, Alabama.
Oh, the
Badger
Wisconsin
Stadium.
game. Oh, yeah. They're playing up there, ain't they?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that'd be about the closest you get to it on it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
But see, I don't know how I would go about that. Anybody in chat knows how to do that. I want to sit on the Alabama side, of course.
Yep.
Do I go through Wisconsin to get my tickets, or do I go through Alabama to get my tickets?
Either or.
I want to be Alabama side.
Mr. Jones says Reverend Feelgood will raise some cash, aka former pimp.
Oh yeah, where's that? Let me see that. What do I got?
Look out, Mr. Jones. He's coming in. Oh, look here. Look here.
Macho Man.
Yeah. Pimp Daddy, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say this one more time, guys. Y'all are more than welcome to come on the Pick'em Show and play with us. I know we got some new people here, but we will do it again. And y'all come have some fun with us. Come play with us. All right. Should I or should I not? There's the man. Well, you're a little bit late coming in, brother. That's all right. I'm getting there. I'm working on it.
But there's airfare to where they got to go to. He can fly them. He got a biplane. He can fly them out there. He might scare the hell out of them, but he can definitely fly them out there. He's a pilot, ain't you?
I got a bicycle with wings on it, AT. And I go get on my AT bicycle. Sure not.
So how you doing tonight, Willie?
I just sat down and got home to honestly tell you the truth, and I saw what in the hell is William got on top of his head?
Pimp Daddy.
Hey, look, hey, I'm the only sane one tonight. Okay, I'm the only sane one. That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do right there, kid.
Look here, William. What do you think about that? Santa Claus is watching you.
I see that. Got his eyes all over you, baby.
Oh Lord, what are y'all doing tonight? Telling lies or telling the truth?
Both.
Yeah.
No, he's just talking about the football team and how we went over the pickup show and what we're trying to do to raise money to send a fan up, trying to support Spencer in his endeavor there. But mostly we was talking about concerns and what we're looking forward to out of the Alabama season this year.
Well, they said they
Question, whether while you're here.
They had a good practice.
I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I got a gap in the line. Who do you think's going to be our breakout player this year overall, offense, defense? Who's the number one player that you're really looking forward to besides Jalen Milroe?
Ryan Williams.
Williams, yeah.
Go
ahead. I'm sorry. That's all I want to know. I just curious.
From what we see in practice or what we're hearing in practice, that kid, he can catch the moon if he can get a hold of it.
Yes, sir. I tell you what, if you need to adopt somebody, well, agree, because I get to go to the home game in.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't buy tickets this year. I didn't buy them. Sure
Did you not?
No.
Wait.
I hear you.
Come on up here. I got a big widescreen TV. Come on. I'll let you watch football.
I got one in every room. I mean, just about in the toilet now. You got TV in the toilet. But anyway, I didn't buy any this year. But there's a lot of groups. I've got a lot of groups I'm involved with that can get some, maybe get some good prices on some tickets, even if they do go up. These guys, they're not looking to make thousands of dollars off these tickets. So I'll try to keep y'all informed and let me know, maybe what game you're looking for, and I can send the groups to Icebox, and he can send them out to y'all, and y'all can join them on Facebook, and y'all can pick from whatever tickets y'all want to get from, because you have to be a member. But I can send you the links and stuff. They'll accept you. They'll take you in.
Okay. So how do I do that then? If I wanted to go to the Wisconsin game, do I contact Wisconsin or do I contact Alabama? To get on Alabama's side in Wisconsin.
Well, it don't really matter if you're on the Alabama side or not. It's just you just got to get on and punch up on your phone, like I told you, Alabama Ticket Group. That's what I use. That's what I use to help people get tickets with. That's the main group on Facebook, is your Alabama Football Ticket Group. And you can go on Facebook and type that in and join them. I'll send it to Icebox. He can send it to you, William. And you can get on Facebook and get in that group, and they can get you all the tickets you can afford to buy.
Because, for instance, now, why I asked that, for instance, now, we live closer to Kansas City than Green Bay, but we went to Kansas City to watch Green Bay because that's the side we wanted to be on. They put us on the goddamn fucking Kansas City side. What's over that shit?
That don't matter. It don't matter where you sit now.
Well, we didn't want to be there. I wanted to be on the Green Bay side. I don't like the damn motherfucking damn son of bitches, fucking damn Kansas fucked up city. Bullshit.
This is all Icebox's fault. AT, if you want to ride in my plane, I'll let you be the co-pilot.
There you go. I'll sit beside you and go, hang a right, hang a left, duck, dodge, hide.
Let's see. What can we call you? We call you the soaring pigeon.
The
soaring pigeon. That's what we'll call you.
He's out there.
Soaring pigeon.
Smoke signal, so we got time to talk here, folks. Go ahead.
You go smoke. There you go.
Hey, listen, that kind of along with Ryan Williams, we're going to have some receivers that are going to be out of this world. And when you start worrying about our wide receivers, you look up, here comes Justice Haynes, Jam Miller, Richard Young, and all these other players that's coming out of the backfield. I mean, man, we're going to have just everybody playing. They're worried about we might not be as good this year as we were last year. I'm going to tell you, I think we'll be better this year than we was last year. We could lose. Don't think we'll lose 2 games just because it's hard to go undefeated. But we're gonna make a playoffs when we get there. We're gonna make a lot of noise.
What's going on, Todd, Jeff, all y'all? I see all y'all in the chat. I got on. Williams got his title towel up there.
In the air, buddy.
You may need that. You may need that title towel to wipe from sweat before the end of the year's over.
I will be all right. I ain't worried.
Hey, Mr. Tommy Brown, I see you talking about Tim Keenan. Yeah, Tim Keenan and Jamar Otis. I forgot his name. Otis. Yes, sir. Mr. Brian, glad to see you tonight. First time I've seen you, sir. I appreciate you signing with you. Don't forget to hit that like button if it helps us out. It might be, just tell me to shut the hell up, but, leave a comment where best you can. We're having a going. But Tommy, I appreciate that. You're right. Tim Keenan is going to be a bad dog this year. Notice up in that middle, you try to run up the middle and them two lose a yard every damn time, and you try to go. You go let Deontay Lawson get out there with Jihad Campbell. I mean, man, that swarm is going to be rough.
Well, like I said, the 4-2-5 has been played before. This is not the first time the 4-2-5 has ever been introduced to college football. I mean, LSU played it when Nick was down there, and Will Muschamp was the defensive coordinator, and it's been played in a few places. They just call it a different defense. I don't know. I mean, this 4-2-5. I mean, you got to get a push up the middle and leaves you two linebackers. I mean, all last year, the last 3 or 4 years of Alabama football, if you'll look, go back and watch some of these games, the whole middle of the field's wide open every play.
Yeah. Yep.
Two didn't help any matters either.
That just tells me that there was a little bit of lack of speed with your linebackers or some of your secondary guys wasn't coming up to get into spots they're supposed to get into or something like that. But I mean, it probably boils down to a lot of both more than likely. But maybe he'll change it up, and you got 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people you're supposed to have. So maybe they said the defense really improved today. So I was glad to hear that.
I am too, actually.
Yeah,
I'm glad you said that.
Anyway, I just thought I'd holler at you cats and see what y'all was doing. I'm gonna finish watching this little professional. I guess I don't know, grab ass football games they play here before they actually start. So I'm gonna watch a little more of this stuff there, and I'll get out here. I'll send them links to you, Icebox, and you can send it to Spencer or William. It don't matter where you buy the tickets at, William, as long as you get them, as long as you can get them at a good price.
Right. So I got a question for you before you leave. So we looked at this information last night, and we seen that on one of those betting sites there is like 1,200 to 1. What have you seen lately? Has that changed today, or?
I hadn't looked. I know it was 1,500 to 1. It was at 14. Now it's down to 1,200 to 1. As long as it keeps dropping, the better off you are, I guess. I don't know.
I think it's better, ain't it? The higher it goes,
the more, that's less money you win for every dollar you put up.
Yeah, that's less money.
It's less money. But
what people are doing, they're already putting the bet down at 1,500. It brought it down to 1,400, and now it's down to 12. It means people are taking that bet.
Okay, so I was thinking for every dollar you bet, you got a chance to get 1,400 if we go all the way, right? Is that the way that works?
If it's at 1,400.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, right now it's at 12. If it's down to 12, yeah. If it's down to 12,
well, it's high.
For every dollar you pay.
Mm-hmm. It's simple math. If it's 1,500 to 1, you bet $100, you get 1,500. You bet 200, you get 3,000. You bet 300, you get 4,500. You bet 400, you get 6,000. See where I'm going?
Did
I lose you?
No, you got me. I think I'm gonna take that 150 and bet it all, buddy. Go for it.
Bet it.
150.
Good, man. Good.
All right, guys. Have y'all got anything else for tonight y'all want to talk about?
Fuck Auburn.
Fuck all opponents. Fuck them.
Man, does Auburn not we don't even get concerned about Auburn anymore.
Right.
That's
Well, hang on, man. Since I said that they think about that. Hey, Hugh Freeze, Hugh Freeze could and a quarter won't even buy a cup of coffee anymore, you big dancer. I mean, you should have beat Nate Saban 4 times with a hell, man. If the frog had wings, he wouldn't bump his ass every time he jumps. He would beat Saban. What about that bump pass from y'all just that year when it bounced off everybody but the damn referee's head and you got a touchdown and that's one of your wins? Let's don't count that, though. You won. No problem, son of a bitch.
He just
all right.
Man. He'll be on the hot seat by November. What's one? Napier will be fired at Florida. And if Hugh Freeze don't win more than 7 games and Alabama rips him a new one in Bryant Denny, Jimmy Raines he'll have his checkbook out. Bye.
Hey, what'd you think about Tennessee, Waylon, getting their field named after Pilot, that gas station Pilot? What'd you think about that?
I hadn't heard that either. When did that happen? I missed it. I've been busy today. I ain't been watching a lot of stuff.
They got sponsored by Pilot Fuels, the gas station that owned by Pilot. Pilot's the guy that owned it's a big Tennessee fan, and he bought the rest of it out. So the name is a Pilot Fuel, but they're Pilot now. So that has started, and I'm wanting to see who Auburn gets as their field sponsor. Voodoo Chocolate or what?
Hey, Pilot's a good truck stop.
You mean they're gonna have Pilot you mean they're gonna have a Pilot symbol in the middle of the field?
They're gonna have a bunch of truck drivers on one end of the field is what's gonna happen.
Look at William.
I'm not sure if they're gonna name it there. There's just gonna be Pilot Field. I'm not sure how that's gonna be. It's gonna be sponsorship on the field somewhere at the 5-yard line. It's begun. I mean, you're gonna see some. I can't wait till you see a douche in Massengill Field or something like that. I mean,
all right, guys, we're gonna get off of here. Anybody else got anything else they want to talk about? The Alabama football team, AT.
Fuck off.
Are you done? Okay.
LSU don't look too good in their practices. Their offensive line is awful looking to me. They may not have the football team that they think they've got. They better get it together quick.
Okay.
They look bad. I saw a couple of clips somebody sent me, and they don't even know how to get in and out the huddle.
Well, that sounds good to me.
So I don't know.
Because we're going down there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. William, you got anything else?
Now that you mentioned that, AT, where you at? That's this way. Now that you mentioned that, AT, I'm not going in a damn fight. I don't care if they do give me 3 cents for using my rewards card. Fuck them son of bitches. For who's fucking supporting fucking son of bitches. So anyway, I do want to say this one thing. Alabama's going for it all, and I'm going to do that bit like I said I was. And I got a new dirt reveal for Tuesday night. Y'all tune in. Roll down Tide. Go ahead.
Well, did you got anything else, brother?
I'm worried about what's on the shirt.
No, you won't. It's good.
I'm good. I love all y'all. I'll get y'all some of them links to y'all to try to get you some tickets going in it. But like he said, the more they win, the higher they're gonna get, man.
By the way, while I'm thinking about it, Waylon, don't tempt me. I can fly an airplane. William, thank you for the shirt that says Bigfoot for President. I wore it a couple times. I love it. I am on a campaign this year. We're going to try to get Mr. Bigfoot. What was the name we called him, Waylon?
Huh?
What name did we call Bigfoot? No, it was we had a name for him there for a minute. William something, Jefferson Sasquatch, something like that.
No, I didn't have nothing to do with that shit.
Yeah, that's Waylon. Don't let him kid you guys. But yeah, that's a great shirt. I love it. Y'all guys get out and vote. He's multi-denominated. All he cares about is everybody in the United States. So he's all for it. So let's get out and vote him in. Ask Bama Girl 20. How are you doing, young lady? I have not seen you in a long time.
He wants to run us off. When the women comes in, he wants to stay on.
You blame me? Hey,
Talk
I
to him,
guarantee
Bama
you right now, if she showed up over here on my little table over here, all you guys are gone. Y'all gone. She's on.
I'm telling you right now, he'd zap my ass quicker than he would his own. I'd be cool. And Bama girl be right here. I'll be like, where'd I go?
If y'all don't know Bama Girl 26, man, you just don't know nobody. She's great. She is great. But anyway, we are going to get out of here. Guys, I'm going to say this one more time. Catch us on the Pick'em shows, 10 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock Central, Eastern. We had a good time. We're going to try to do it again this year. So, like I said, so far the money is up to $300. We'll see what happens by the time it gets going good. Miss Bama Girl.
Wish you the best, girl. Wish you the best.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I know that hurt. Achilles tendon surgery today. I reckon. She's recovering slowly. Best wishes. Hope it does, man. That's got to hurt. Anyways. What was that? Yes, we're going to do Saturday night show reaction. It's called Let's Talk Football, late nights with Icebox. Y'all join us then, too. And don't forget Tuesday nights, the Horseman Show. We're hoping the crew gets back together pretty soon, but we're going to start doing the show to get let you guys have your talk and have your say on Tuesday nights. That's usually going to feature Alabama Tide and Dr. Feelgood up here on top. Who knows? We might even get Weather to come join us on time. We sure would like to talk to you, Bama Girl, next time we do a show. So come back with us Tuesday nights, and we'll get you on the show, and we'd love to hear your thoughts too. So anyways, guys, that's all I got. How about y'all? Y'all are done?
Bye, Bobby.
Hey, don't forget, this is the returning champ. You got to beat the champ, and the champ ain't going to get beat. Roll Tide.
All right. First show of the year. We're going to leave out with a Great Bear Bryant. Guys, we'll catch y'all. Let's see. This is Saturday night. We will catch y'all Tuesday. Y'all come join us and have some fun. So y'all come be with us. Y'all have a good night. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
You've got to be better in all three areas of life, which of course are spiritual, mental, and physical. You must be able to discipline yourself. If you don't learn but one thing out of football, it'll be worthwhile. There's certain sacrifices that you will have to make. There are going to be many sacrifices you have to make in later life. To fight. Oh, I don't mean fist fight. I mean to get up and come back and get up and come back and get up and come back again after you've been knocked down. And that could happen to you in later life. But if it does, you're going to know how to handle it. There's no one that ever has or ever will accomplish anything alone. I've read about self-made men. That's Tommy Rot, as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know how to define intangibles. And I know that if you learn these lessons, you'll have it. And if you have it, you'll win, and you'll be better prepared in those three areas of life that we've been talking about. That there are going to be times for everyone that you're going to get discouraged. But if you never lose sight of your objective and never give up on yourself, if we do that as a team, 11 at a time,